back to another live streaming. While I am just starting up my live streaming, okay, so bright light and another good day, and I would like to welcome you all who are so much lovely, and I respect you a lot because you are a part of my YouTube family. So I have just started this live streaming. I have been doing it since many weeks so that I may be communicating with all those who wants to talk to me. So people are being communicating with me through the DMs and different social media platforms like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, and they text me and they tell me and they ask me to speak about different topics and different issues. So I have just started this another live streaming. So let me just catch up with you guys until I just share my very topic is very interesting that few of my colleagues they informed me about one of the incident that happened yesterday or maybe day before yesterday. It was an incident with Pakistani airline. It is a Pakistan International Airline. So many time, many issues, many incidents happened with that flight, and you can assume that incident can happen with anyone with anything, but it's just an it is just something that you cannot predict. It can happen anywhere with anything. But I would like to tell you my story that once what happened with me or people who were traveling with me. So as you all know that I had to go back to Pakistan because my mother was ill. So when I went back and I came back after all the family responsibilities, when I came back to when I was coming back to Kuwait, so I was accompanied with my sister and my brother-in-law. So we three of us were traveling through Gulf airline, and it was a very very good flight. The plane was very nice. All the services were very good, and the ticket was also in the reasonable price, and all the services were good. The plane was on time. But one thing that I would like to tell you that is quite related to the yesterday's incident. I would like to remind you that incident actually PIA Pakistan Airline that I have come to know about the news that yesterday one flight was going from Karachi to Dubai. I mean Pakistan to Dubai. So it somehow near to Muscat after 1 hour. After flying for 1 hour, that airplane that was somehow it faced an issue regarding its hydraulic system. So at once, I mean not at once, but throughout 6 minutes. I mean it took around 6 minutes, and within 6 minutes that plane it just flew down, and it fell down around 26,000 feet. I mean, it was somehow flying to 36,000 feet, and it just flew down to 10,000. So that means my 36. I mean 26 minus from 36,000. So that sorry 26,000 minus from 36,000. So it is 10,000. So the rest of the journey which was done by that airplane was on the height of 10,000 feet. So that is called a very low height, which is not good for the plane. But somehow PIA pilot took a very good he faced the situation with courage and with bravery, and he flew successfully from Muscat to, I mean, the remaining journey, he completed the remaining journey with very courageous and with very professional skills. So that was an incident that happened yesterday. But I would like to share you one of the incident that happened with me and people who were accompanying me when I was coming back from Pakistan to Kuwait. I was flying through Gulf airline. So I don't know why I had faced these issues several times. I mean, it's been more than 2 or 3 times. It's been more than 3 or 4 times that I have been traveling through aeroplane. But somehow there is some issue in the surrounding of Karachi airport, that is Jinnah terminal. Maybe in the air or in the wind, or there is some geographical issue, maybe any technical issues there. But what we faced, it was a turbulence. But I mean, before that, I was not familiar with the turbulence. I was just thinking that whenever the plane goes up, it just shakes a little bit and then it smooths on. But on that day, I mean, it's a very recent journey that I traveled from Pakistan to Kuwait. So what we faced was a turbulence. And what turbulence is, actually it is something that is caused by the crosswind, or there are many types of turbulence which I studied later on. So I want to tell you as well, there is one thermal turbulence that comes due to heat from the ground, and it shakes all the planes who are flying above that surface. And turbulence can also be caused by crossing of the winds, and it can also be caused by the passing of the wind, the due to some thunderstorms, or due to some storms, wind storms. And it can also be due to some, mountainous areas. So when air blows from mountainous areas, so it gives a push to the plane. So it is another kind of turbulence. So what we faced, I don't know which type of turbulence was that, but it was one of the most dangerous turbulence that we faced. I mean, we faced that issue that I felt, and we all were so much scared on that plane. And it was like, I would like to show you the motion. The plane was going like this, and suddenly it was going to fall down. See, the plane was going this, and suddenly it's going to fall down. See, like this, flying like this and falling like this. Then that pilot, he shown up his skills and technique, and somehow he managed to fly that plane with so much energy that we could also feel that energy in the plane, that someone is trying to struggle, someone is trying to take that plane beyond the ranges. And that was the pilot. He, see, that was the motion. Plane was just taking off, and after 1 or 2 minutes it was in the air, and it just suddenly going down. Then again it lifted up, then again going down, then again lifted up, then again. So it happened like 6 to 7 times in a series. So it was going again and again, again and again. Then it was like jumping, see, wavy thing. But somehow the pilot managed to take off that plane, and he crossed the plane through the clouds. Actually, that was the month of monsoon, and the rainy days were going to get start. So I can understand that maybe there was an issue with the clouds, and the wind was so much, it was in high knots, or it was in high speed. But we faced that issue. It can happen with you as well. So never ever just get worried about this whenever you face this. Well, it can be worse than this, but somehow you should be thinking that if you don't know about this turbulence thing, so I would like to tell you, we also faced such issues. An incident like yesterday happened with PIA is so much for learning. See, there is an issue in the hydraulic. It can happen later, but somehow it should be checked before. I know it would have been checked before, but uh, if it is not being checked before, so there is some issue with the technical staff, that why didn't they check that? It should be checked earlier. I mean, it shouldn't be happen. It is a technical issue with the hydraulic system. So that means it should have been checked before. So that means there was something happened with with the check and balance thing. It shouldn't be happening in that way. It could have been the worst day or the worst incident, because suddenly, within 6 minutes, the plane fell down. The plane started falling down. I mean, within 6 minutes, it fell down to 26,000 feet. It is so much. I mean, once the plane is on 36,000 feet, and within 6 minutes, it goes down to, it comes to 10,000 feet. And yes, we should appreciate the skill and professionalism of the pilot, that he flew that plane with the help of air traffic control tower of Muscat and Dubai, so that they helped that pilot to complete the journey. Just think about all those people who were traveling through that plane. What was their aspect, or what was going through in their minds? Fear, scary, and you know what we experienced with an issue when you are in the air and sitting inside the plane, you are hopeless, you are helpless, you cannot do anything in the air rather than following just pilot and the crew members instructions. You cannot do anything else. So what we faced was fear and something scary. That moment is very horrible. So aviation authorities should have to think about this. They would have to improve all all the check and balance things, that this sort of incident should not happen again. And it's been a regular routine that not only PIA, I would like to include every flight in this. Every flight and every, airline should do something for the check and balance of their airlines and their planes. They should improve their system. They should improve their staffing. They should improve their techniques and skills, so that this sort of incident would not happen again. Now, see, if that plane would have crashed, not of the single would survive, not of the single person. Matthew Vlogs 18. Hello, Melvin Bhai. Hello, Matthew Bhai. How are you? Nice to have you on this live streaming. And today we are discussing about one of the incident that happened yesterday with one of the airline, that is our Pakistani airline, Pakistan International, PIA. Well, thank God that flight got saved. All the passenger got saved. Pilot and crew members got saved. Thank God everything went toward the good side. But we are discussing about these sort of incidents, what I faced while sitting inside such an incident plane. Once we faced a turbulence thing, and we faced the plane going up and down, up and down, up and down. That feeling is very scary. That feeling is so much terrible that you cannot bear that. And we were just thinking, I'm talking about my incident that happened to us. We were just thinking that, oh God, please save us. And we were praying. Everyone in the plane was praying, oh my God, please save us, please save us. Thank God, God saved us. But that fear, that that could have happened, anything could have happened on that situation. I have faced that fear. So, what I want to tell you and I want to discuss with all of you people, the lovely people who are watching our live stream right now. You're watching Melvin George. This is MG Vlogs, and it's been more than 3 or 4 weeks that I have been talking to my audience live, discussing different topics and just having chit chat with all of them. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe it so that you may become a part of our family, beautiful YouTube family. So we are discussing about yesterday's incident, and it's becoming a routine of airlines that, you know what, if nature hits and gives you some incident, that can be bearable. But if there is something technical any issue related to technology and technical aspects, so there is a failure of human activity. There is a human flaw. There is a human error which should be improved. I have faced that issue. Many people have faced those issues. That fear, that terror, the terrible feeling of life and death. I mean, just few seconds and few minutes were there. Maybe we could have died. Maybe we could have died. Maybe something bad would have happened. Because whenever we listen about any such incident, what we have seen, not a single person survives. And that is the most dangerous thing about airplane crashes. When it falls down, nothing is there. Nothing is left. Everything is destroyed. Either it's a plane, or if that plane is falling on any locality or society, nothing is left. There is just danger, there is just damage. So, all the people who are responsible for check and balance of such aircrafts and planes, who are responsible to take live human beings, I'm talking about live, it's not thing, the plane was not loaded with something that is non-living thing. It was living thing. Human beings were there. People who belong to some families, they were sitting there. And please give importance to the human life. It's a request, it's a humble request to all the airlines, because we have faced that fear. We have faced, I was just looking out some videos on social media and some news that some people were coming out while that plane, I'm talking about yesterday plane, PIA, Pakistan International Airlines plane, when it flew from Karachi to Dubai. It had to go from Karachi to Dubai safely, but somehow after 1 hour, there occurred one issue with the hydraulic system of the airplane, and that plane started falling down. Within 6 minutes, it came to 10,000 feet height. It was flying to 36,000 feet height, and if we minus 10 out of 36, remaining is 26,000. So 26,000 feet was the drop of that airplane, and somehow that plane got into control, got into connection with air traffic control of Muscat Airport. So Muscat Airport helped the pilot and the plane to fly to Dubai successfully. Now this incident is so much horrible, terrible, scary, but we should have to learn about this. And all the people who are responsible for the check and balance of that plane should do it in a fine way, because we don't have to put the lives on the risk. We shouldn't be. It can happen with anyone. I mean, it can also happen with some of the family members of the people who are responsible for the check and balance. They could also be traveling through that. Maybe in the future they would be traveling through that plane or through other planes, and it can happen with any plane. But the crew members who are responsible for the check and balance should improve their check and balance strategies, so that this sort of things could not. What I am telling you about my story is just an example, that what is the feeling of the person who is sitting in such a plane that supposed to fall down suddenly, when you are thinking about your family, that you're going to meet someone or you're going to work. Suddenly that plane starts falling down, and God forbid, if it didn't stopped at the 10,000 feet, maybe it could have crashed. Then we had to face lot of casualties, and that I don't want to think about that incident. Thank God everyone got saved. May God bless everyone. May God save everyone. It's a prayer. But we should have to do something for the improvement. Either advance the technology, either advance the human power, either advance the skills and techniques that are used to upgrade those systems, that are used to do check and balance of those hydraulic systems, which are the main cause of that incident. We should also talk about these incidents which are near miss, or which are just somehow nearly saved. We discuss about many incidents that happened and the planes got crashed. I can remember once I have seen a video of a plane crashing somewhere on Brazil. I don't know the name of that, maybe Atlanta airline, or sorry, I don't know the name of that airline, but that plane went down in the spiral movement, and no one knew what happened to the plane, what technically happened to the plane. No one knew, but that plane fell down. So at least, see, if we focus on that crash, we won't learn anything from that crash, because we don't know the incident or the reasoning, unless or until we come to know about those reasons by the investigation team. But somehow we know that what happened with the PIA yesterday, or in the coming days, when all the people are going to see this video or this conversation, they would remind that once this incident happened in Pakistan, one of the planes of PIA faced an issue regarding hydraulic system, and all the people who were passengers of that plane, their lives were on risk. Thank God they got saved. So guys who are watching it live, thank you so much for joining us. This is Melvin George and you're watching MG Vlogs. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and become a part of this beautiful YouTube family. In this YouTube channel, I share my personal, I share my own experiences, and whenever I travel and talk to different sort of people, I make vlogging and I put my vlogs on my YouTube channel, and it is becoming day by day bigger and bigger. But I'm enjoying this life. Thank God that story that I have shared with you about turbulence, that once we were traveling from Kuwait to Pakistan, sorry, from Pakistan to Kuwait through Gulf airline, that issue can happen with anything, with any airline. But when we were traveling from Pakistan to Kuwait through Gulf airline, we had to face turbulence, and the plane's motion was like this, like jumping. See, it was going up and down, up and down. So I am telling you my personal experience of another incident that happened with our plane. I am telling you my feeling of fear and scary feeling, that terrible feeling that we had faced during that flight. So I am just imagining about the perception and all the, you know, the mindset of such people who were traveling through that plane. See impacted how that incident impact on those on their brains, on their minds. They would have gone to depression or any anxiety, and for the next time they won't, maybe they won't be flying like me. I mean, it will take time for me to fly back again in such aeroplanes, but up till now I am so much afraid to travel through airlines. I mean, I was thinking there should be a road. I mean, incident can happen, accident can happen everywhere, anywhere. But for what I am thinking, for my betterment, we should travel by roads. But it will take a lot of amount as well as lot of time, and we will get fatigue and lethargy. We will get tired of such long journey. So airplane is the fastest route of flying from one place to another place. It saves times. So airlines should do improvement in their services. Try to improve their check and balance so that this sort of technical issue won't happen again. Just think about the pressure on people mind who were traveling through that plane, that PIA, Pakistan International Airline. Just think about those people. How terrible was that? How scary was that? While you are traveling, maybe many of those would be traveling to their families, or many of those would be traveling to their jobs from Pakistan to Dubai. It's not easy to leave their families. It's not easy to leave their own country, Pakistan. Please think about this. It's a request. If any of you is watching this or watching my video or listening to me, or somehow you come to know about me that I have talked or spoken to my YouTube audience, my YouTube family regarding this issue, please, it's a humble request to all of you who are responsible for check and balance of such aircrafts, who are facing hydraulic issues. Those are technical issues. Please improve your system. Please improve your assessment please improve your assessment processes. Please improve your skills and techniques so that this sort of incident won't happen again. I mean, nature can hit anything, so there is something bearable, but technical fault, technical issue cannot be bared, cannot be spared. It would have gone to the worst side. It would have given us the bad stigma. It would have given us the bad memory. So please, it's a humble request. Try to improve that. Try to improve that. Try to improve that check and balance system. So guys, thank you so much for joining me on this live streaming. This is Melvin George from MG Vlogs. If you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe it so that you may become a part of my beautiful YouTube family. And we will be talking to you. We will be discussing different topics. If you have any query or any topic or anything that you want me to discuss with my audience, do comment. And how was today's live streaming? Please comment and tell us how did you like it. I'm hopeful that in the beginning, I'm hopeful in the future it won't happen again. These sort of incidents won't happen again. May God bless everyone. May God protect everyone. Thank you so much for watching it live. May God bless you. Keep supporting MG Vlogs. This is your own channel and keep supporting it and keep sharing my videos with others as well. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Bye bye. May God bless you.